Hello YouTube. If you saw my post about a month ago, I did explain that I was getting a Hubble LED1EMRWW, and here's the overview video. So we're going to go ahead and just get straight into it. And if you saw the power outage test, everything was working except for the two LED2Ms in the garage. So if you saw that, then you already know exactly what this does, but I didn't go into full in-depth and open up the sign and everything. So that's what I'm going to do here in this video. So to get started, this is a direct view LED exit sign that can last up to 12 hours in a power outage. Now I'll go over what makes it special later on. What the direct view LED means that it has individual LEDs illuminating the face rather than a regular exit sign or an exit sign that you see nowadays. You'll have a LED strip with 6, 8, maybe 10 LEDs on the bottom. Some of the dual light only have 4. And then it'll have the test button because this is a battery backup unit. And I'm using the ceiling mount, which I've never seen on this exit sign before. And there's actually 2 different models of these exit signs. There's the one from 1997 and the one from 2008. Now to tell the difference on which one you have, you can first look at the arrows. The arrows on the 2008 ones are a little bit skinnier compared to the one from 1997 is a lot wider and taller. So I have a 1997 model. And you can probably look on the inside and look at the date code. Now, this one is a rebrand of Hubble, but the original manufacturer was Gilbert Lighting, and we'll show that on the inside. It actually says on the back of the LED faceplate, or the LED board, Gilbert Lighting. So, to get access to the sign, you have 2 Phillips head screws. That's actually another way you can tell if you have a 1997, 2008. The 2008 model is held together with Phillips head screws. So you just have to loosen up these screws. And then don't try to unthread them all the way out with the screwdriver, because then you lose a possibility, or you get into a possibility of losing these screws. So just take them out by hand. That way you don't end up with that problem. Once you take out the 2 screws, the side plate comes off. Now, this actually feels like plastic, but looks like metal. Like this part looks like metal, but this part feels plastic. Same with the rest of the sign. I don't know what's going on with that. It might be aluminum on the inside. Who knows? Now, once you open this up, you might wonder what this hole right here is for. This can actually have the option of having an internal buzzer if you have it installed, and it will, whenever the LED exit sign is flashing, whether it's in fire alarm mode or battery backup, you can also have that flash at the same time. And over here, it says ready and charged. The charge indicator will come on when the battery is being charged or if the battery needs service. Now, something I also did not know about, real quick, about this faceplate is that the plastic is actually separate from the LED faceplate that spells out exit. So take that off, and then take that off. And that's what the LED board looks like. We're just gonna place that down there. This is what the LED board looks like. Now, here's what the arrows look like. I'm not going to ever see the arrows on that sign because I'm not going to notch them out. And then up there you can see a little bit of the wiring connections. We're going to go over more in just a few minutes, but to pull this off, there's your backup battery. Now the battery that came with it was a Panasonic battery, and I ended up just getting rid of that because it didn't even charge. As you can see, I actually just noticed it in the corner. Replace battery every 6 years. That battery should have been replaced by 10/3. And we're now in 2022 when I just got the sign, basically. So that battery was well due for recycle. When I tried powering the sign up with the battery, it did not turn on. Even if I connected AC power, still didn't turn on. And then I connected a good battery like this, it turned right on. So, and then I ended up finding that, we'll go over that maybe in a separate video, or actually I'll just explain now. The ELM on the other side of the wall was not charging because of a bad circuit board, and I ended up having an extra battery for the sign. And so that means that all the emergency light next to signs here are actually working. If we pull the faceplate out completely, and then you got to be careful with this battery connection, this faceplate connection, not to get hung up right there, but we're just going to pull that off. Okay, so now the faceplate's been removed, more like the LED board, and this is what the inside of the sign looks like. So right here is your connection for your AC lights and your push to test switch. Now, of course, if I push it now, nothing's going to happen because when I push the button, nothing's really being discharged. Maybe a little bit, but then it instantly registered the battery was charged. And that connection up there is for your buzzer and fire alarm. So basically, if you apply 12, 24 volts AC or DC to that connection there, it will allow the sign to flash. Now, I don't have a pigtail for that, so I got to find one if I want to hook it up to my fire alarm system, but I can if I want to. Right up here is your AC power. It's going into the transformer. Very glad to see a transformer in the sign. You don't see that with many newer signs because simply they want to get the sign in and out for $20 or less. And when you put a nice transformer in it, it raises the price up by a little bit more, but at the same time, you're going to be replacing those signs more often, especially if you live in a place where power surges and just voltage fluctuations will hurt the sign even more. So a transformer will handle those type of voltage fluctuations. Now, it's not gonna handle if it gets like 600 volts, but at least like a unexpected just power surge real quick, it'll handle a lot better than the circuitry. Like on these units right here are using resistors and stuff. It's not good. Now, I have no idea what those two do right there. I assume you turn them and it maybe allows the sign to flash a little bit faster. I'm not going to turn them because I actually like the pace that it's at. So that's what I assume it does. We're going to turn the light on so we can see more. That didn't really help. There we go. So there's your battery. Positive and negative. I put a little piece of tape here to protect the battery because apparently you short this out and then it's going to shoot sparks. The battery shot sparks. Thankfully I didn't hurt the sign because I was trying to get the battery in, and no, it wasn't the AC power, it was the battery itself that shot sparks. So I just put a little bit of extra protection. And up here is actually, I didn't even see it, 277 volt wiring, and your green ground is right here. I don't have a ground wire inside this box because it's currently capped off in, I think here, or it's capped off down in that box down there. When I redo the setup, I'll put that in one day. And you will knock that out in the back if you want to do wall mount. And I believe if you slide this off, you can actually insert a second faceplate. But that's not the model I have. You could get another cable, another faceplate, and make this a double face exit sign though. So we're just going to go ahead and slide everything back up there. we're gonna get the LED board and hook that on. Now, it doesn't matter which one you hook it up to. They're both the exact same. So, let's go figure out how to do this. I think it might be the easiest way for me to do it one-handed. Flip the faceplate around and plug it in up here. Oh, there's confirmation for how or who the original manufacturer. On the back of the exit sign main board, it says Gilbert Lighting right there. So yes, this sign was made or produced by Gilbert Lighting. So we're gonna go ahead and plug the LED board back in. Okay. And we're gonna slide the LED board, making sure that that cable clears the side of the sign. And then we're gonna slide our face plates back up here. We're gonna make sure that's pushed all the way back, and then slide our two face plates. You gotta make sure that's pushed all the way back, and then you can get that back in there just like that. There we go. And then finally, we put on our cover plate. Hopefully it'll hold for just a minute. Yep. And we put our two screws. And then we'll go ahead and just give it a test right after this. Yeah, that was an overview about the LED1EMRWW, and really quickly what the model number means is this is a LED1, which means it has one exit sign faceplate, EM for emergency battery backup, R for red face, and then the white is for white stencil and white housing. So this is white and this is white. But they make other versions. I've seen the brushed nickel and black housing before, but I've never seen the green version of the LED one. Give it a test. Oh, and I didn't even go over the jumper in there. I'm not going to take the sign apart again, but there is a jumper in there that will allow this exit sign to run in steady illumination, which will run for 6 hours, or in flashing. Right now I have it in flashing for 12 hours. And as you can see, the battery has to charge now, just for a minute. But, oh, there it goes, starting to go away. Now for the LED2, which is either you have a exit sign here and you have another exit sign somewhere else, or if you have the double face version, you have a faceplate on the back, the sign will run for 8 hours in flashing or 4 hours in solid illumination emergency mode. So that's it for the LED1 EMRWW direct view LED exit sign. I'm super happy with this exit sign, and it works just as if it came out of the box. I've seen these in stores and it looks just as good, if not probably better, because it's darker in here. Turn the light off. And I gotta show you this thing in the dark, but I'm not gonna show you in this video. So that is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like this video, and have a great day.